Hey everybody, welcome to Combat Saturday for January 23rd, 2021. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. And today we are going to be looking at a humble weapon, an improvised weapon. Is it a weapon? Is it not a weapon? Well, several editions of D&D tell us that it is a weapon and actually give us rules for using it as such. So that's why it appears on Combat Saturday. And today, we look at the torch. The humble torch that you would light and take into the dungeon with you so that you can see where you're going. And that you might bash a monster over the head with. So, let us go ahead and take a look and see what the humble torch will offer us when it is used as a weapon. All right, the first place that the torch shows up as a weapon is all the way back in the original rule set. It actually shows up in the bludgeoning weapons group, where the torch deals 1d4 damage, just like a club. You can buy 6 of them for 1 gold, and they weigh 2 pounds. And so, interestingly enough, in this edition, it doesn't say anything about the torch dealing fire damage, just does 1d4 bludgeoning damage. Well, then in AD&D in 2nd edition, they say, well, maybe a torch isn't really a weapon. Maybe it's only adventuring equipment, so they didn't give us any information about how it might be used. In 3rd edition, however, we actually have to go to we have to go to this page first. A typical torch is a wooden rod capped with twisted flax, burns for an hour. C164. Okay. Now, if a torch is used in combat, treat it as a one-handed improvised weapon that deals bludgeoning damage equal to that of a gauntlet of its size plus 1 point of fire damage. All right, so treat it as a one-handed improvised weapon. So now what we do is we look over here at improvised weapons, and they determine the size category and appropriate damage for an improvised. DM should compare its relative size and damage potential with the weapon list to find a reasonable match. Well, we've already been told what a reasonable match is. An improvised weapon scores a threat, a possible critical on a natural roll of 20, and deals double damage on a critical hit. Improvised thrown weapon has a range increment of 10 feet. So now when we look at what that gauntlet is, gauntlets come under weapons in unarmed attacks. And there's 2 sizes of gauntlets, a small gauntlet and a medium gauntlet. And that's just based on whether it's a small creature like a halfling or a gnome, or a medium creature like most of the other races. So a medium gauntlet, or for the torch, would deal 1d3 bludgeoning damage with a ×2 multiplier on a critical, and then it would also deal 1 point of fire damage. So up to 4 total points, or up to double the bludgeoning damage, and then add a point of fire for a critical hit. All right. 4th edition went back to being just adventuring equipment, didn't give us any information about using it in combat. And now 5th edition. It's adventuring gear. It burns for 1 hour, providing bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light for an additional 20 feet. If you make a melee attack with a burning torch and hit, it deals 1 fire damage. Now, interestingly enough, we've now gone completely 180 degrees from original D&D, where the torch did bludgeoning damage but no fire damage, and now in 5th edition it does fire damage but apparently no bludgeoning damage. So, That is the curious and interesting history of the torch as a weapon in D&D. Aren't you glad you joined us for this Combat Saturday? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. In any case, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click the post notification bell so that you too can be notified every time new content drops on the channel. And look in the description to find all the social media platforms and how you can follow the live streams that I do every week with the players around the table in the campaigns that we run. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Combat Saturday, and good night, everybody.